What's going on, guys? We're gonna cold start the 95 Lincoln Town Car. It is currently open header. I haven't had time to take it and have the exhaust done. It's been a little warmer today, so we'll see how it goes. It's got a bad idler pulley, that's what that noise is. Good morning, YouTube. Snow's about gone today, but it'll be back Monday. Actually, it's still snowing right now. You can kind of see it. It's been off and on like this for the last month. Anyway, surprise for you today on the 95 Town Car, other than the fact that yes, I did give it a bath. She's got new pipes. Yep, we got new pipes on it all the way to the front. I don't know if you can even see that. It's got a H pipe in there. We used a Crown Victoria H pipe because the factory exhaust in this car, if you remember, was all rotted and nasty. So, Crown Victoria H pipe. I think it was 3 1/4 or 3-inch piping for the rest of it in between, and then 2.5 for the tail end tips thing, you know what I'm talking about, out the very back, through Flowmasters, and it still has the first set of cats, but the others have been hollowed out, and so that combination of the cats on the header and then the Flowmasters gives you, well, this sound. said, that's with the, huh? Did he get one? Great. So now I guess me and David are going to put a reese hitch on the Roadmaster station wagon. Huh? Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let me dual exhaust. All right. First one in the shop this morning. 04 Ford Explorer with the 4-liter V6. Claims it's not charging. Get in here to the hood. Oh, and the shocks are no good. Go figure. Hang on. Got my Snap-on Universal 3/8 hood prop. And now we can get in here to check on this alternator issue. So over here, I've got a vintage. I say vintage. It's pushing 20 years old now. One of the Midtronics Micro 500s. We're going to use to test the alternator. But first, Mr. Patina and Politics himself in the flesh. How are we doing, Mr. Dillon?
Pretty good. I've had my coffee already.
Awesome. You don't drink coffee?
Yes, I do.
Since when?
Since my 2-month-old gets me up at 5 o'clock every morning.
Oh. So anyways, I was saying before Mr. Dillon showed up, we're going to take and plug all this crap in. Now, there's much more modern ways to do this, but this is how the pioneers did it, so that's how we're going to do it. Choose test in vehicle. Yep. Select input. Cold cranking amps is 850. Testing. Surface charge detected. Turn headlights on. Headlights on detected. Turn headlights off. Headlights off detected. Resting cold cranking amps. Replace battery. Prepare for starter test. Oh, shoot, gotta get keys. Alright, we got our key. Press enter for starter test. Start engine. Crank volts 11.5. Press enter for charging test. Alternator voltage 12.3. Testing for charging voltage. Diesel engine. Charging system problem. No charging voltage. And there you have it. Diode ripple not detected. Charging system problem. So even though our dummy gauge up here thinks everything's fine, it is not. And I already knew it was the alternator, but I just wanted to show you guys how that old stuff works. Pretty neat, huh? Now, this is an old Explorer, and the guy ain't got a lot of money to spend on it, so he elected to put a used alternator on it, and that's fine by me. So now let's make another TikTok and change this alternator out for him, shall we? Alright, so starting off on this Ford Explorer, we're gonna knock our battery terminal loose, get that corroded nasty thing off of there. Fantastic, fantastic. Over here on our alternator, let's see, like a 10, maybe a 13, and then one electrical connector on the back. Alright, so I'm gonna put the wiring harness from the back of the alternator, put it over there, knock all these loose. I already did. They put that airbox in a bad spot, don't they? But anyway, you can go ahead and get these front two out like this, and then once you do, we'll pull in here and we'll get this belt off with the one bolt that's left. So I got a fancy tool for this, but down here on the tensioner pulley, there's a spot right there where you can put a 3/8 headed ratchet down in there to rotate the tensioner. Well, we're going to use this bad boy with the 3/8 adapter. I'm going through this double-ended, it's like a gear wrench, if I can do it. Yeah, and then this is going to go down in here. The squirrels on my roof are going nuts. And then this connects into this end. Alright, so our belt's off now down there. I'm just going to walk this last bolt out by hand because I don't feel like going to the back of the shop and getting the little 3/8 stubby. And I'm almost there. Ta-da! And we'll take this one the rest of the way out. Boom. Save your little bracket. And here is your dead alternator. it can go into the pile of all the others. So my used alternator is still connected to the bracket, so we will remove it from this bracket, which they've got the bolts backwards from what this one was. Got our new alternator sitting down in here. Gonna start all 3 bolts, and then we'll go tighten them down. All right, little wire thing's back on, hot's on, our wiring harness is plugged in. Now let's slip this belt back on. Our belt and everything's back on. This cover was just sort of chilling there like that. Battery terminal. Now we're gonna test again. $14.39, $14.42. Now we can do a load test. And she passed. Back in her hole she goes. Customer can come pick it up. On to the next car.